Good morning, good morning. What a wonderful morning it is. We're going to get started. Thank you. So again, good morning. Thank you for being here. My name is Marta Rivera. I'm the Commissioner of the Boston Centers for Youth and Families, BCYF. We operate 35 facilities across the city that play a vital role in the lives of youth, families, and our Boston residents. In Charlestown, our facilities include the wonderful Clougherty and the Charlestown Community Center, as well as the Beverly Givens Center for Older Adults. It's a joy to be here today and be able to cut the ribbon and reopen this pool. And it's great to see so many of you here, so many of you that took part in the many community meetings over the last year. So we want to thank you for that. And I can't even, just in talking with some of you, just how impressed are you with this product? And it's not even done. Yes, right? Just absolutely incredible. Everything that BCYF offers is essential to our communities, and we teach life skills to our youth, whether it's leadership, time management, conflict resolution, but one of the most important skills we teach is one that can actually and truly save a life. It's the ability to swim. I'm excited to be part of this administration that is prioritizing our community center facilities, our aquatics facilities, and our staff so that pools like this one can be open not only for lap swim and recreational swim, but also eventually for programming like swimming lessons and water fitness classes. And I am also very excited to share that for the first time in many, many years, BCYF has filled all of its seasonal lifeguard positions for the summer. So be sure to thank and introduce yourselves to the lifeguards that are around here. You'll be seeing them all summer, these and more. That's what's allowed us not only to keep our pools open, but again to offer swim lessons throughout the summer and to expand our operating hours. We started an aggressive campaign early, featuring ads, digital boards throughout the city. We had various social media campaigns and materials. We also held recruitment events throughout the winter and spring, offered free training. We operated our Lifeguard Academy and Institute to create a pipeline for lifeguards. So this has been a multi-year effort. But all of this could not have been possible without our mayor's commitment and the administration's commitment, because we also offered competitive salaries. We were able to increase salaries and offer a starting bonus. So we want to thank our aquatic staff, operations team, human resources staff, and all of those that made it possible. This beautiful pool is a result of a collaborative effort of many city departments under the mayor, our Chief Macho's leadership, who were able to work together to get this open this summer. It was a very aggressive timeline because, as many of you know, this is a two-phase project, so it's not complete. I want to thank our partners in Public Facilities Department for overseeing the construction, and Fenwick McCready, Architecture, for working with us in the community to incorporate our suggestions into the design. So this truly was and continues to be a community-led project. I attended several formal and informal community meetings where I've met many of you and heard about your suggestions, recommendations, and dreams. We fielded a lot of emails and phone calls. It is truly a beloved asset to this neighborhood, and we can't wait till we're back here next year to celebrate and renovate the bathhouse and the completion of this project. So at this time, I again want to thank Mayor Wu for her support of BCYF and thank Chief Macho for his leadership. And it is my pleasure to introduce our Mayor Michelle Wu.
Good morning, everyone. One more round of applause for our incredible Commissioner, Marta Rivera. You can't understate how important it is for all of our young people and families of every generation to have opportunities in every single neighborhood. We know that our community centers are about the programming and the activities that they offer in the summer and throughout the year, but one thing that really often doesn't get a lot of attention that Marta and Jose and their teams have to work on is that many of these facilities had not gotten the love and renovations and resources that they needed over many, many years. So in a lot of cases across the city, we're trying to play catch up to make sure that all the energy in community, all the love that each neighborhood has for their local pool or community center, basketball courts, all of that, that we can actually keep up and make sure the facilities are modernized to be able to support all that. And that's a ton of work. And to make sure that we could stay on schedule and hit this moment, and this summer, we are still in July, that it was so much above and beyond effort. So thank you again. So as the commissioner said, this was really a team effort on the city side, BCYF, our Public Facilities Department. Thank you to Executive Director Carlton Jones and his entire team, as well as Fenwick McCready Architecture for this beautiful renovation. And most of all, I want to express my gratitude to the local community here. So thank you to your elected officials, City Councilor Gigi Coletta, State Representative Danny Ryan, who fought to make sure this could happen. I also want to give a shout out to City Councilor Sharon Durkin, who's in the house as well. Thank you for all your support for facilities citywide. And thank you to the Friends of Clougherty Pool. This would not be where it is today without your advocacy, without your vision, and without all the stories that we have heard about how important this pool is, how many memories have been formed here, both when it was technically open and when it wasn't open and people were finding their way in to use it, that made us really pour our whole hearts into delivering what we knew this community needed. This pool has been a part of Charlestown for 75 years. Mo was telling me earlier he was here for the dedication under Mayor Curley and remembered who got in the pool first and all that. Now, people outside the neighborhood might say that it's not as famous as, say, the Bunker Hill Monument or the USS Constitution, but here in Charlestown, the Bunka has been a hub of community. I'm never going to be able to say that right. It's where kids first learned how to swim, and it was the place to cool off on any summer day. Generations of parents pushed their kids out the door and said, just go down to the pool for swim lessons until you're 15 years old, or just to pass the time with all your friends. But by 2022, it was in a complete state of disrepair. The tank was leaking, the deck was sinking, and the pool couldn't hold water. And that's where the community came in. In a matter of days, this community mobilized to collect nearly 2,000 signatures calling for the pool's repair. Hundreds of people brought handmade signs calling on the city to save our pool. And that is exactly what I expected from Boston and from Charlestown. A community that cares deeply about the spaces that will make sure families can stay in our city. We are proud to have responded by partnering with everyone to secure a historic investment to get this pool on track to be opened today, this summer. And I want to give a special shout out and thank you to State Rep Danny Ryan for securing $2 million in state funding for the project as well that made it possible. This community decided it wasn't enough just to restore the Clougherty. We had an opportunity to make it even better for generations of Charlestown families to come. So our BCYF staff went door to door, collecting feedback from people who grew up coming here to the pool. There were public meetings and community surveys to make sure that every idea that our residents had would help shape the future of this pool, and that the renovations would result in the dreams that everyone held. So today we're celebrating the culmination of that work, of that true community process. The brand new lap pool has 6 lanes and is USA Swimming Competition certified with removable starting blocks and an accessible ramp entrance. The family pool includes a zero entry structure that expands accessibility and makes it easier to enter for all of our residents and makes sure that the little ones have a place that is completely safe for them. And so that we don't have to be back here very shortly, there's also a new filtration system to make sure that this pool will be sustainable for years to come. There's new fencing, improved lighting and Wi-Fi, and expanded seating areas. And as you heard from Commissioner Rivera, Phase 2 will include the new bathhouse, fully accessible locker rooms and showers, and a community room. And all of that will be completed by next summer. Reopening this pool means more opportunities for all of our young people and families, from new swimmers learning to get comfortable in the water and practice the skills they need in our Connect, Learn, and Explore swimming program, to the incredible lifeguards, thank you, who are keeping our pool safe for everyone. We worked with our labor unions across the city, including SEIU 888, to make sure that we had 2 contracts that give greater flexibility and include the kind of compensation that make it possible to increase recruitment and get us to the point where, as the commissioner said, we have never been in a very long time filled these roles, and many communities across the Commonwealth have pools that aren't able to be open as long as they could because of staffing challenges. This community has helped us make that happen. It's spaces like this that knit together everyone in the neighborhood and in our community, and it makes Boston the wonderful home that we are to our residents. So I'm always going to celebrate that this pool is just setting the standard for what we want our facilities to look like, but also that the reason we got here is because residents rallied together, standing behind one another to make sure that our kids, families, seniors, everyone in our community has what they deserve. This pool reopening is an example of what makes Charlestown and Boston so special. So I have a couple, we have several more speakers that I want to celebrate and make sure. I want to invite up first Councilor Coletta and Rep. Ryan to say a word, and then maybe together we are going to present a few citations to some people who helped make this happen, and then we will pass it on to the Public Facilities Department with Carlton, Chief of Human Services, Jose, and then Kelly will wrap us up. Okay, come up. Gigi and Dan.
Thank you, Mayor. What's up, Charlestown? What a beautiful day today. I think, when I first got in here, it reminded me that we were almost at a resort, right? Somebody had mentioned, I think it was Principal Tracy, that this is almost like the Charlestown Country Club. And it truly is a reflection of just how beautiful this community is and how much you deserve investments. And so I know that many people worked hard to get us here, many hands, and so this truly is a special moment for all of us. Today is a celebration, so we won't focus on what transpired before us and some of our tenure, but what happened after the fact are 2 beautiful things that happened simultaneously. As the mayor mentioned, the community came together to demand an investment in this beloved and treasured anchor space, fully demonstrating the resilient and tenacious spirit of the Charlestown community. And the second thing that happened was that those in public service acted quickly to get the resources to get it done. There were many conversations that took place late at night, on weekends, in community meetings with my colleagues and the community. And I'll never forget that when the news broke, we all scrambled quickly. We were on the phone, and within a short period of time, the city had made the commitment that they would move heaven and earth to get this pool open by July. So thank you. We are here in July. Thank you so much for honoring your commitment and your promise, Mayor BCYF. The city delivered this $30 million transformative investment into Charlestown and its residents. We now have a beautiful swimming pool that will welcome generations, present and future generations of Charlestown kids and their families. And the best part about it is that much like all of our open spaces and parks and community centers, this space is open to everyone. It's going to welcome many different people from different backgrounds. Anyone can enjoy it, and that is such a beautiful thing. It's a space for kids to stay busy in the summer, which means that they're also going to stay safe, which is something that we all want for our children. And so I'm so grateful for the partnership with the community, the Friends of the Clougherty Pool. Thank you so much. I can't wait to hear from you because you did a lot to get this done. Thank you to the mayor and her commitment. Thank you to Rep. Ryan, Senator DiDomenico, Chief Massot, and Commissioner Rivera. I look forward to soaking up the rays here at some point this summer and hopefully in the future bringing a family here of my own to fully enjoy what this pool has to offer. Congratulations, Charlestown. Thank you. I'll now pass the mic to my colleague, Rep. Ryan.
Good afternoon, everybody. All right, we're here. Time to get in the pool. I'll get out of the way real quickly. I want to thank the mayor, not just for delivering the pool, but and Chief and Commissioner, for having the courage that after 30 years of Band-Aid approach, it's not easy to just shut something down and face the short-term scrutiny of a community for the long-term fix. And that's what you did, and that's a courageous political governmental move, because that didn't happen for 30 years. It was just duct tape, legit duct tape on chlorine bottles. Like, scary. But here we are with a brand new, beautiful facility for our neighbors to enjoy, for us to enjoy each other's company. I want to thank the Friends of the Clougherty Pool and the construction workers for the daily updates. Every single day, you couldn't open Facebook without knowing what the construction workers were up to. Thank you very much. I won't look at Facebook anymore. We're done. And I also, to talk about the opportunity that this provides for our kids, I'm sitting here as the second of the third generation of lifeguards for the Clougherty Pool. My daughter's over there, Ella. I'm embarrassing her right now. My mom lifeguard here in the 50s and 60s. I was here in the 90s. Tried to put on the orange shorts. They didn't fit, so I might sneak in after hours. What do you think? But anyway, thank you to everybody, and let's get swimming.
I'm so sorry I forgot that there's also one other elected official. I looked over there and realized I'd forgotten. Clerk, of course, John Powers. Thanks for being with us as well. Okay, before I pass it, I want to invite up Gigi and Danny back up to help share some of these citations for members of the Friends who made this happen. Okay, maybe we can just divide this up. We won't read all of them, but here.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. So, in random order, I'll read the first one, and then we'll just call everyone up, and maybe we can take a picture up here. A certificate of recognition from the City of Boston presented to, this one's for Colleen Monahan Aarons, in honor of your exceptional contributions in reopening the Clougherty Pool. On behalf of the City of Boston, we congratulate you and thank you for your steadfast dedication to the betterment of Charlestown for all its residents. Is Colleen here? Come on up, Colleen. And we also have one that is in memory of someone incredibly important. So there's also this one for Margaret Peggy Sindoris, which we want to extend if Kelly could accept it on her behalf as well.
Are we reading the rest of it?
Sorry, Mayor, her daughter is here.
Oh, right here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Also, Shannon Lynch, Mary Gillen,
Kelly Gillen Forbes, and Aaron Woods.
That would be a meme.
It's a good reason to go viral, though.
No, it's not. Oh, you're Thank you so much.
Okay. Do you want to hold that? Next up is Carlton here?
Yes, right here. Yeah. Right here.
Next up, Carlton Jones, Executive Director of our Public Facilities Department.
So good morning, everyone. As Mayor Wu said, I'm Carlton Jones, Executive Director of the Public Facilities Department, and it is my intense pleasure to welcome you here to the BCYF Clougherty Pool ribbon cutting. Woo! I just have brief remarks. I'd like to start by thanking Mayor Wu for her steadfast support of pool programming across the city. Chief Dion Irish, who's standing over here. As mentioned, Chief of Human Services, Jose Masso. And the Commissioner of Boston Center for Youth and Families, Marta Rivera. They've all given their unwavering support for this incredible project. And it's been mentioned before, but it is an incredible project. Can't get over it. We would not be here today without our partnership with BCYF and the devoted and steadfast Charlestown community. You've been here with you've been here with us every step of the way, and we know that you're looking forward to seeing the renovated pool come to fruition for as much as we are. Thank you to elected officials, that has been mentioned before as well. Couldn't have done it without you, especially Rep. Ryan, for your tremendous contribution through the ARPA funds. Thank you especially to the tremendously talented team at PFD who made this possible. I first want to point out Deputy Director Ro McNulty. Yep. Assistant Directors Stephen Sirocco and Evan Brinkman, who are not here, and especially Assistant Director Pat Mulvey-Welsh, who's in the red shirt. Some of you may know he had a tremendous accident, and we're very happy to see him here today. Congratulations to you all. Also, Senior Review Architect Mike Susi. I spent a special thanks to Project Manager Niall Murphy, who was around here a moment ago. Where's Niall? Well, Niall, there you go, way in the back. All right, Niall Murphy, and also the Clerk of the Works, Pat Nee, who I thought I saw over here, for their steadfast work on this project. We want to thank our architect, Finnick McCready Architecture, so the team from Finnick McCready, congratulations, thank you. And our tremendously hardworking contractors, J&J Contractors, who are around. Thank you for their hard and dedicated work. There were also tons of subcontractors and consultants who worked on this project day in and day out. Your dedication has truly turned this idea into a beautiful reality. The renovations were made are a testament to our city's investment in the community of Charlestown. They reflect again the city's unprecedented community commitment to pool preservation, ensuring our facilities are resilient and modernized to provide residents with the services they desire. Mayor Walsh has mentioned many of the features of the pool, so I'm not going to go back and repeat them, but certainly we have a modern 1,940 square foot, 6-lane lap pool behind us. We have a modern 2,970 square foot family pool with accessible entry in front of you. Shade features, spray features, and the like. We have epay seating on the concrete wall over there. Many of you are enjoying now. The wood bench seating. And as mentioned, a filtration room and fence and lighting around. Now, as you know, this project's not complete, so we still have more work to do, as you can see behind us. But we're going to continue to work steadfastly to make sure that next summer we can be back here for another ribbon cutting. So in closing, I want to reiterate how appreciative I am of everyone involved in this project. Your commitment, expertise, and hard work have a lasting impact on not only the Charlestown community, but the entire city of Boston. So thank you very much, and enjoy the water.
Good morning, Charlestown. It's so great to be here. It's such a pleasure and an honor, and I'm filled with immense gratitude for today and the celebration that we're about to experience. For those that don't know, my name is Jose Masso. I am the Chief of Human Services for the City of Boston. I was reflecting on several things this morning, just how we got here, the journey in which we got here. But one thing in particular really stood out, and that was a month ago, actually to this day. It was June 25th, in which we actually toured the facilities. And so along with PFD, BCYF, and members of the community, Kelly and Erin, we got a chance to take a look to see the progress of the pool. And at that time, I was able to observe several things. One in particular was the amount of workers that were working on the project. I mean, every single corner of this facility was packed. Somebody was working on something, and if they weren't, they were helping somebody else do something. So it was just amazing and a testament to the dedication and focus to be able to get to where we are today and make sure that we had this opening in July. So again, to J&J Constructions, to PFD and the members there, thank you again for making it happen. Other thing I was able to notice as well is just the level of detail and the craftsmanship that went into this pool. If you take a look around, everything is done with such high quality. The children's pool, the family pool, the lap pool, the tile, the wood benches. And it was amazing because the thing that elicited the most response, and it was crazy to me when I experienced it, was actually the filter room. When we were in the filter room and we got a chance to visit it, I saw a smile on Kelly's face that was ear to ear, similar to what she has right now. And I remember when I saw that, I knew we did it. And I saw that and I said, that's a smile that's going to transcend generations. That's going to smile that's going to be met on the faces of young children, adults, your children, your grandchildren, and generations to come. And so when I saw that, I said, we did good. I knew it. So that was just an experience when I reflected on that of just how amazing it was. But recognizing again that none of this would have been possible without the partnerships that I know were already mentioned. And I made sure I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. But nonetheless, a lot of it was already mentioned. We had, of course, I want to start off with the advocates of Charlestown, the Friends of the Clougherty Pool, who took me to task, held me accountable, but more importantly, we're patient, we're trusting, and we're dedicated, and we're aligned in vision and goals. And so I just want to thank you all for all of your commitment and your work in making today possible. So thank you to the Friends of Clougherty Pool and the residents of Charlestown. I want to thank Chief Dion Irish, who at the start of this, I remember in the way that only Dion could do, looked me in the eye and said, "Don't worry, we're going to make it happen." And I trusted him, and here we are. So thank you to Chief Irish, Executive Director Jones, and Niall Murphy for getting this project across the finish line in the most difficult circumstances. This project moved along so quickly because of the energy and attention that they put into it, so thank you again. I want to thank Chief Ashley Grofenberger and the capital budget team who responded to the need to get shovels in the ground as quickly as possible. And also a Charlestown resident, so she knew every single time she passed by the status update and let me know what was going on. This project would not have been possible without the funding provided by the city and our state partners, of course. Additionally, I would like to thank Chief Brianna Malore and the ONS team, who really early on made sure that we had boots on the ground, we had folks who were supportive, who were listening to the community's needs, and made sure that we responded in real time. So thank you for your leadership and dedication as well. Of course, I want to thank my BCYF team, Commissioner Rivera, Eddie McGuire, Sandy Holden, Nadine Jesenick, Jeff Mackey, Tony Rosario, and all the lifeguards at BCYF for everything you do every day to keep our pools safe, open, and operational. It takes a village of people at BCYF, and I know how hard they work every day to meet our goals, so thank you once again. And last but certainly not least, and most important, I'd like to thank our mayor, Mayor Michelle Wu. This is a testament to when you invest in social infrastructure, a place where communities could gather, friends could be together, families could convene, children and adults alike could learn life skills that would benefit them for generations to come. This pool, which will be a beautiful gathering space for decades to come, is again a testament to the mayor's commitment to making Boston a home for everyone. We are so fortunate to live in a city that's run by a woman who is so dedicated to our families, our neighborhoods, and our children. So, Mayor, again, thank you. I want to close by recognizing the entire neighborhood of Charlestown as a neighborhood of winners. Just this past season, Charlestown High basketball team brought home the state and city championship, marking their first championship win since 2005. And with the opening of this pool, Charlestown now becomes the home of the best outdoor free public pool in the entire state, one that will be the envy of other communities for years to come. Congratulations on this fine achievement, and I look forward to jumping in with you all today. Thank you all. Kelly.
Thank you, Chief Masso. It's an honor to be with you today to celebrate the next chapter of the Clougherty Pool. For those of you who don't know me, I am Kelly Gillen Forbes, and I am a lifelong Charlestown resident and member of the Friends of Clougherty Pool and the Charlestown Neighborhood Council. Growing up on St. Martin Street, right over there, we had front row seats to swim meets, summer camps, diving clinics, and kids from all corners of this 1 square mile having fun. For more than 70 years, the pool was everything to us from Memorial Day to Labor Day. When we learned of its sudden closure in June of 2022, the reaction was strong. The sense of loss was immense. Within a few days, we started the Friends of the Clougherty Pool with one focus: to find a path to reopening the pool so that future generations could benefit from this treasured space. I was part of an amazing and relentless core team that included Mary Johnson Gillen, Erin Woods, Shannon Lynch, and Colleen Monahan Aarons. And we got straight to work. Rallies, posters, petitions, calls, letters, social media, and kiddie pool parties. We pulled in more neighbors and friends like the amazing All Roads Lead to Charlestown crew and ran 3 community meetings with city and state leaders. Chief Masso and Commissioner Rivera must have felt like they were walking into the Lion's Den that first night at the Knights of Columbus. Although emotions were high, it became clear that Mayor Wu and her administration and the City Council had inherited the problem of a deteriorated and unsafe pool. They were not the cause of it. To their credit, they responded with an unprecedented $30 million investment to build a new accessible Clougherty Pool. And what an amazing pool it is. On behalf of the Friends of the Clougherty Pool, I would like to thank Mayor Wu and her administration, including Chiefs Masso and Dion Irish, BCYF Commissioner Marta Rivera, Director Carlton Jones, Kerry Griffin, the former director, and Niall Murphy from the Public Facilities Department. Pat Nee, who is the clerk of the works, who has been here every day and listened to all of our questions. Parks and Recreation Commissioner Ryan Woods and the team who care for Doherty Park and the splash pad and got it cleaned up and going while we waited for the pool to open this year. And Sean Breen, our neighborhood liaison, who answers every call, every text, every email, and is such a credit to the town and the mayor's team. To the Boston City Council, in particular Gabrielle Coletta, Julia Mejia, Erin Murphy, Council President Ruth Z. Louis-Jen, and their teams, especially Elaine Donovan from Gigi's office. We could not have done this without you. State legislators Dan Ryan and Sal DiDomenico and their teams. The tireless construction crew of J&J Contractors. They worked 6, sometimes 7 days a week, including holidays, heat waves, and under tremendous conditions to get us our pool today. To Deborah and the team at Fenwick McCready, you have given us such a gift. Our neighbors on St. Martin Street, North Mead Street Court, Woods Place, and Bunker Hill Street, who lived through the construction and parking disruptions. Local media, including Malcolm Johnson from NBC 10, who is here with us today. You all helped tell our story, and we are so incredibly grateful to you. And last but not least, the people of Charlestown for keeping the faith. And now we look forward to working with James Burke and the BCYF Charlestown Community Center to get the most out of this spectacular new pool to ensure access, equity, and strong programming for the community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So I think what's going to happen next is we'll do a ribbon cutting right here. Anyone who wants to come in the picture, come in. And then I'm looking around, and it looks like the grown-ups did not get the memo about wearing your bathing suits. So because there are most of the people who are wearing suits are kids, maybe we will try out this pool first, and our electeds can roll up their pants, or Gigi can just wade in also. That way we can all enjoy, and then anyone who wants to do the big pool can do that afterwards too. Okay.
Yeah, come on, guys. Stand right here, okay?
We get that question a lot, right? Can you see? Not with your head, you're right. Yeah. I love them.
We'll count down from 10. Okay. Ready? 10.
9.